What's up, everybody? Welcome back. My name is Bobby. Today, we're with ThunderMax Tech Support. We're going to be going over data collection. Sometimes when you have an issue with your motorcycle and you need to get a hold of tech support, we're going to ask you for data collection. So today, we're going to go over exactly what all that entails. That way, you'll be better prepared and we can help y'all out better.
Dude, new wheels, SMT, Dynabuild's going to be happening.
Woo-wee! Those are hot, boy.
Hot boy.
All right, so you're having some issues with your bike and you think it might be related to the ECM. You've contacted tech support. One of the first things we're probably going to ask for you to do is to provide us with a data collection. So a data collection is going to give us the ability to look inside that ECM, check out all the parameters, settings, firmware, map, everything. And as you do the data collection, as you'll see here in a minute, when the motorcycle is running, we can see, not necessarily real time, but at the time you recorded that data and you send it to us, we can review it, look at the gauges, look at everything, and tell you what we think may or may not be happening with your motorcycle. Sometimes it may be something wrong with the ECM. Maybe it's a setting. A lot of times, ultimately, it comes down to it's unfortunately a motorcycle issue. But with this data, we will be able to help you out and let you know whether or not you need to send your ECM in to us to get repaired, or if you need to further investigate your motorcycle and find out why it is doing the things that it is doing. So what I'm gonna do is I've got our 2024 Road Glide here. I've got our data cable hooked to my laptop and to the ECM, and I'm gonna walk you through these steps on how to properly collect a data collection and send that in to us so we can review it. Okay, so I'm gonna begin this data collection on our 2024 Road Glide here. All you can see is our lovely laptop graphic for now, but we'll have some screen grabs and recordings placed inside the video. That way you can see what I'm seeing as I'm talking about it on this side of the laptop. So first thing we're gonna do, obviously, is we're gonna take our data cable, we're gonna link to our ECM, to our laptop, we're gonna turn the bike on. So you're gonna let the bike turn on, you're gonna wanna establish a good link, make sure everything's linking, and then once that happens, we'll go on to the next step. The next thing you're gonna wanna do, and you're always gonna wanna make sure you do this when you link to your bike, you're gonna wanna make sure that you read the current map that is in the ECM. That way you're not looking at some false data that may have pulled up from a previous map that you've linked to before. So by going over to your map editing at the top of the software, you're going to click Read Module Maps and Settings. You can also use our shortcut keys, and you can find those shortcut keys or those hotkeys located in the software under Help. If you're in here doing a lot of stuff, a lot of times those shortcut / hotkeys can really save you some time. So the shortcut / hotkey for reading the map is going to be Control and then R. That way you don't have to go up into map editing, scroll down, and select that. So right now it is reading our current map. You'll see the little bar come up. It'll say reading, learn, fueling, offsets, and all that. Okay, so now that we're linked to the bike, we're gonna go ahead and start our data collection process. There are multiple places where you can find out where to perform a data collection, but the easiest way to do it is at the top of your software. You're gonna see your link icons, monitor icons, setting icons. You're gonna see an icon that says collection. So just go ahead and select that one. It says collection. A little window's gonna pop up asking you a couple of things, letting you know what you're about to do. Just go ahead and click yes on that window. And it's gonna reread all the maps and settings and everything, just in case you didn't read it when you first linked up to it. So it's kind of like a little safety protocol, I guess. It's gonna automatically read the maps and settings out of that ECM. That way that you're delivering a correct data collection. Give it a little bit to link up to it here and read all that good stuff. Okay, so now that you're gonna see another pop-up window come up, it's gonna say monitor logging process. And another thing, it's just letting you know, hey, that you're about to perform a data collection. And it gives some little instructions there about holding it at certain RPMs for a little bit, going up to another RPM. That's all fine and good, but not really necessary. A lot of times we just need to see the ECM, but if you are having a specific running issue, say you're having a hesitation at a certain RPM, go ahead and take it up to that RPM and hold it at that RPM for a little bit. That way we can kind of see what's going on at that particular time. If it's a certain throttle position, same thing. If you're having hot start issues or cold start issues, make sure that when you perform the data collection, that you're recreating the scenario as best as possible. So if it's a cold start issue, make sure you don't send a data collection after you've been riding it all day and the engine's plenty good and warm, and vice versa. If you're having a warm start issue, don't perform that collection, first thing in the morning before you've even rode the bike. So we're gonna go ahead and click OK. And you'll see another window come up and it'll say monitor log activated with a bunch of blue dots going across. So it's logging information already. I can see stuff in the ECM. I can see where your throttle position is. I can see your TAC home position and stuff like that. But now you're gonna wanna go ahead and start the bike. Yes, So I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear me very well with the bike running. So right now, we are collecting data with the bike running. If you have your gauges pulled up on your screen there, you'll be able to see everything happening in real time. And when you send us this data, we'll be able to see that as well. So again, if you're having an issue at a certain RPM, just while the data collection's going, come over here, hold your bike at that specific RPM. Try to be as specific as possible in recreating your issue. Because again, we don't have the bike, we can see the data, but we can't hear how the bike is operating or see how the bike is operating. So we're gonna go ahead and kill the bike. Data collection doesn't have to be super long. A lot of times when we ask for data collection, it's because we're just kind of wanting to see what software you're running, what firmware you're running, and make sure that your issue isn't related to that. And stuff like that we can see without even the bike being started. Just as soon as you turn the key on and the ECM establishes a connection, we can see that information. Okay, so we did our running data collection with the bike running. Now we've got to fill out a bunch of information, customer related and bike related. Make sure that you fill in everything as accurately as possible. Again, the better the information you give us, the better solution we can give back to you. So we're going to go ahead and click OK here. It's going to ask us to fill out a bunch of information here. Maybe we can just speed this up because this is kind of boring. Y'all don't try to steal my phone number or my address or send me any kind. Well, you can send me a package if it's a cool package. One important part here is the email part. Make sure you put in a valid email, and a valid email that you use, one that you're going to look at, because you're going to get responses from us in that email. So if you put an email that you haven't used since high school, and then you're going to call us and be like, man, I never got my email back. You got the email back. You were just looking at the wrong one. Check your spam and junk too. A lot of times these communications will go into spam or junk if it's not a recognized normal address that your email sees. So we've got our personal information filled out. Now we're going to go down to more of the bike specific information. And this is where we really would like for you to be as accurate as possible. So when you get down to the years and engine configurations and whatnot, general running status, does it run good? Is this a new issue? Is this a pre-existing issue? Year of the bike, make sure you got that, because a lot of times the year of the bike will let us know whether or not you have the right firmware in it, whether or not you have the right ECM on your bike, stuff like that. Model, be as accurate as possible. Your engine size, if it was a 96 and now it's a 103, don't put 96. Make sure you put 103. We want your current engine size. Exhaust make and model, kind of just, again, we want to make sure that you're entering the right exhaust style, whether it's true duals, 2-in-1, etc. Brand name really isn't as important as the style, but if you know the brand name, go ahead and list it. Cam make and model. So if you can provide me with the cam specs, whether it's a 510 lift, 475 lift, that's the things I'm looking for. Again, brand, not as important, but if you do know the brand, go ahead and list it as well. And if it's stock, just put stock. If you don't know, put NA. Same with the heads. If you've got CNC head work done to it, let me know. Injectors, let me know what size they are. If you don't know the size, sometimes you can look under there at your injectors and you can see like a color band, red, yellow, black, white. So if you can see that, let me know. Throttle body make and size, same thing. Give me the size of it. Don't necessarily need the manufacturer. All right, so I've got all this information filled out. I'm gonna hit OK, and it's gonna let me know if I filled everything out right or not. So let's see here, I'm gonna click OK. As you can see, I forgot to note how the exhaust sounds. So up here back in the exhaust details, it wants to know, is it very loud, moderate, just a little louder than stock, or if it's stock / just as quiet. So ours, I'm gonna put just a little louder than stock, hit OK. And then down here, you will see send to ThunderMax support. It's gonna be kind of in the lower right-hand portion of this window you've been working in. So you can send that. Also over here in the comments and details, that's very important. Glad I didn't miss that. This is where you're gonna let us know what your bike is doing. You're gonna say, runs great until I get to X amount of RPMs, then it starts to stutter. Bike cranks great when it's hot, but morning cold starts really suck, or vice versa. Starts great in the morning, starts worse in the afternoons after I've been riding it all day. So down here in the comments section, I'm just gonna put test on mine, but this is where you will fill out all that information. And remember, please be as specific as possible. The better information we receive, the better we can help y'all. So now that I've got all that filled out, I'm gonna click send to ThunderMax support. Another window is going to come up with a bunch of other things asking as far as engine starts, heart starts, deceleration pings, engine pings, general running issues. Again, go through here, click what applies to you, be as specific as possible. Since this is just a test, I'm not going to go through here and click on each one of these, but we do ask that y'all do that to help us out. You'll see it'll say support zip file transmission is completed. Click OK. So now you have sent your data collection to ThunderMax Tech Support. That thing's gonna go over the air via magic and wizardry. We're gonna receive it, we're gonna pull it up, we're gonna watch that playback just as you started your bike at the house or at your shop, and we'll see what you were seeing during that collection. And once we look at it, review it, we'll answer you back with, hey, we think it may be this, try this out. Hey, you may need a new firmware, we'll send you a new firmware. And then we'll ask you to please let us know if our suggestions helped you out, fixed your problem, or if you're still needing assistance. And if you still need assistance, we'll keep that communication open until we get you back on the road. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is how to perform a data collection. If you have any questions, always be sure to contact ThunderMax Tech Support.